Welcome in. Hi, everybody. Plugster. Thanks, mate. Glad you like it. Just making sure things are working, you know. And then I'll get started properly. We'll do some drawing. Oh, there it was. There it was. Yeah, we're working. Awesome. So yeah, I'm streaming on Instagram. Now, if you're on Instagram, you're only going to see the sketchbook. That's it. But if you jump over to YouTube, Facebook, X, a few others, you'll also find me on. You'll see me. There'll be a little video of me over here somewhere. So yeah, it depends. Do you want to see my face or just want to see a close up of the artwork? It's totally up to you. But hi, Ali. Hello, mate. How are you doing? I'm sorry I've not been to your doodle space for a long time. Life's just getting in the way at the moment. So yeah, I'm only here because I'm just doing a bit of drawing, just saying hello to everybody. So yeah, if you're there, come and say hello. I'm going to do something. I was going to do something else with this character. I'm not sure what yet. I feel like it needs some more stuff. Coming off. If you've got any ideas of what would look good, just send me a message. Put something in the comment. You know, nothing majorly complicated. Don't ask me to draw like a whole background or anything like that. But you know, any ideas? I'm up for ideas. Cheers, Ali. I'm pretty confident I will make it at some stage, but just a bit too much happening. Anybody that's kind of local to where I live, like Stamford kind of way, Rutland way in the UK, if Ali does a like a doodle space every Thursday, and definitely worth having a little look at. Go down there if you get a chance. Yeah, he's definitely looking at something, isn't he? Originally I had it like he was looking at his hair. But yeah, it probably needs something a bit more than that, kind of coming over the top of the head. But I'm just not sure. Not sure what. I could go just as simple as a fly, I suppose. I don't know what else we've got. Just going to look for some inspiration in other sketchbooks. Yeah, or maybe I'll keep it simple, just do a fly. Spend too much time thinking about these things and not actually doing anything. Let's just put a fly across the top of his head. Flies have 4 legs, don't they? Is that right? Plugster, I just saw your message. Yeah, fly on the forehead would look better. I've missed that opportunity now. Koala speaker pins. Following this tutorial, it will be released in the academy in a little while. Actually, are you following? Are you Sorry, I don't recognise your username. Are you following on? Are you in the community on like Ko-fi, in the Korp Academy community? Let me know who you are, is I guess what I'm saying. Have you just joined? Have you been a member for a while? You are in the academy. Good stuff. Yeah, let's go. I mean, how do you draw angry flies? I don't know. Flick knives. Thanks. So Ali's suggesting on Instagram I draw some flick knives on the flies to make them look angry. Great idea. Thanks, mate. Yumiuri. I love these kind of art. Love so cartoonish. Yeah. Thank you, mate. Glad you like it. I think what I'm planning to do today is just going to chill out, do a couple of take a couple of my drawings and just kind of add a bit extra to them. It's one of the things I really like doing, is just kind of taking an original piece that could be finished and then just adding loads of stuff to it. Yeah. Oh, look at all those smudges I've just done. Can you see them? All those smudges that Ali made me do. Ali made me draw some flies, and now I've got a bunch of nasty smudges like all coming across there. One idiot. Koala, I'm glad you're in the academy. Yeah, so like I was saying, this one is going to be available at 6:30 tonight. So it's 2:30 here, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. So in about 4 hours, it'll be available as a challenge. So even if you're an Essential member, you'll get it as a challenge. If you're a premium member, it's already available in the archive. You can go and pick it up straight away. This is where, in a minute, you'll probably tell me what your actual name is, and I'll be like, oh, okay, I know who you are now. Based on, what was it, koala speaker pins. Based on that, I should probably be able to guess. Sounds like you're a New Zealander. Yeah, thanks, Ali. Got these like little lines. It just made me think maybe I should just wallop a great big hat on it, on the top of it, or a mushroom or something like that. Turn that into a mushroom. In fact, I found a mushroom picture just now. Maybe if I can do that. Wonder if I can do it, and I wonder if it would actually look any good or not. Let's sod it. Let's just do it. This is exciting then. So this is where I could really screw up the artwork. So I tend to, what I really love is I love it when people make little mistakes in their artwork, because when you make a mistake, that's when your brain kind of goes up a gear, and that's when it tries to think about, right, how's it going to fix those mistakes that you've just made. And I think what I've got here is a mistake that could look quite cool when it's fixed. Let's try though, shall we? See how we get on. I'm going to go for a bit that goes behind there. All the way around there. You see what you've done, Ali? I'm 100% blaming you, mate. Ospart, how you doing? Thank you very much for joining in. This is an Art Gecko freestyle sketchbook. Yeah, Art Gecko freestyle sketchbook. You can get it from artgecko.com. Only if you're kind of UK based, really. Trying to dig out a sketchbook so you can see it. Oh, it's not got the branding on. Yeah, Art Gecko make this. They made this book called the Freestyle Sketchbook. If you you can even get one that's branded with the Doodle with Korp branding, the metallic stuff on there. I don't think it costs any extra to have it branded either, which is pretty cool. So yeah, have a little look. Artgecko.com. And they've got them. If you're in the UK, they're fairly easy to order. If you're outside the UK, you might struggle a little bit. All right, we're going to put some grey things on. So where are these going to go? Let's put one about here. This is looking a mess, isn't it now? But trust me, it'll come together in a little while. Yeah. I love the fact that Ali, you've put, so Ali's just put in on Instagram, you'll thank me when it looks even more awesome due to my guidance. Put the guidance in quote marks. I love the fact that you put it in quote marks, mate. It's exactly where it belongs. But yeah, here we go. This is kind of coming out all right. We're just gonna. So what I'm doing, just so that you know, is I'm gonna try and put like a mushroom across the top of here. So these bits that I'm doing in here are just like, you know, like a toadstool has like the white spots. That's what these bits are meant to be. So I'm just gonna whack a few of those in. And then let's go and put in a bit of a line here. So I think that'll come up into there. Over on this side, I'll do this side in red. That'll come into there. Yeah, it's looking good. It's taking shape. What do I want to put on first? Let's go and put on some pink. Oh, KDVM, Kirsty. How are you doing, mate? You alright? Kirsty with the puns. Thank you, mate. It's not very often I laugh out loud, but that deserves a lol. Well done, Kirsty. Just so anybody watching who's not on Instagram, first of all, why are you watching Instagram? Because on Instagram you can't see my face. Over here on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and even, what's the other one? Not Twitter, X. Then I've got a widescreen format in those. But on Instagram, all you can see is the sketchbook. What did you say? There's not much room for that. Really good. Maybe that's what I need to add in here as well. Is a little speech bubble saying exactly that. Anybody on Instagram who doesn't know KDVM, go and give KDVM a follow. They are one of the most recent comments on the Instagram feed. But yeah, go give them a follow because they're a fantastic artist. You'll love their stuff. They do some amazing stickers. Lots of KFC inspired stuff as well, which I can only assume is a dietary thing. I don't know. Yeah, how's this looking? Yeah, this is okay. But yeah, go and have a look at KDVM. Let's put in this grey bit. Oh, I'm going to do deep grey actually. Deep grey and light grey, so deep grey. Anyway, who's in? Give me a shout. If you're joining the feed and you fancy hanging around for a bit, let me know who you are, where you're from, what got you here, time of day it is where you're watching from. Let's see which country is the most represented at nearly 3 o'clock in the UK, 3 in the afternoon in the UK. So I know Ali and Kirsty, you're UK. I got a funny feeling one of your koala speak pins, I got a funny feeling that was New Zealand. Just a hunch. And let's go. And yeah, hang on for This will take probably about half an hour for me to get this looking just right. So if you want to have a little look, especially if you want to, what do I want to do there? Well, I'll do that a bit black. Especially if you want to see how this went from being like an idea to put some flies for the character to be looking at, through to me smudging everything and making a mess, through to me now turning it into something hopefully pretty cool, which is a monster with like a mushroom on its head. A toadstool, non-mushroom. The back bit, yeah, I could do the back bit in grey actually. I think black is just going to be a bit too much there, so. Lem, how you doing? Afternoon break. Here till 3. What do you do for a living, Lem? What are you taking a break from? When I used to have a proper job, back in the day I used to have a proper job, and definitely used to do some like little work doodles, which felt good because it felt like I was actually getting paid to be an artist. Even though I weren't being paid to be an artist, I knew I was getting paid and I knew I was doing art. But that was always good fun. I might even have to just get the ruby red out for the back here. See if we get this looking nice. That's going to need a few coats, isn't it? Anybody's got any questions about Posca Art, Korp Academy, anything like that, give me a shout. That's what I'm here for. Premium membership is open this week only in the Korp Academy, so if you fancy yourself top tier membership of the Korp Academy, now's the time to go and get joined up for premium. Only going to be here for 1 week and then we'll close the doors again until next year, so it'll be 4 months. I only open up the premium doors every 4 months, and what that does, it just makes sure that all those people, new people doing the live sessions, because premium is mainly about the live sessions, new people doing the live sessions all kind of start at roughly the same time, so it just helps me teach people at the right level. Hey Joff, how you doing, mate? This is a proper job. I mean, it's colouring in, mate, isn't it? But yeah, I suppose it is a proper job. Okay. That's looking messy. That's going to take a while to get that bit just right. Yeah, it'll be alright. What else should we do? Let's just tidy up some of those. No, we can't give it another coat yet. I kind of like where it's looking though, the way it's going. It's getting there. I'll just make that. I'm going to make that one disappear. Too many things, lol. Today I'm working on the kitchen pass. The kitchen pass. Okay. Nice work, Lem. Hope you're enjoying your job. What stuff do you share in the academy? Beautifully timed up. So anybody who's watching on anything other than X will just see a nice little slide in of all the benefits of joining the Korp Academy. Just whipped in on the side. Essentially on premium. Premium, you get access to the community space. We want an app nowadays, which is really cool. So you get access to the community space on an app. Imagine, if you will, like a Facebook kind of platform, but take out all of the adverts, all the annoying bits about Facebook. Just replace it with all of your art and your friends' art. That's what the community space is all about. Also in that community space, we've got you can get access to all the live sessions. So as a premium member, you'll get at least 9 live sessions every month. So I usually go live 3 times a week. So sometimes it's more, sometimes you're going to get 15 lives, sometimes you're just going to get 9, but at least 9. And the good thing about the live sessions is we all draw together. It's a little bit like this, where I'll show you how to draw, what to draw. We'll do it at the same kind of pace. It's all step by step as well, so easy to follow. You don't have to be a professional artist by any means. And we end up drawing something actually like this. This is one of the tutorials. This was just less than an hour to draw this. Not the mushroom at the top, but the rest. And it's all done nice and easy, step by step. As well as that, let me just quickly whip through the other things. So you get the 9 lives, you get the 15 tutorials per month as well. So yeah, loads to keep you busy there. Where's this coming from? Just like that. 15 tutorials. Access to an archive, the Doodle archive. I think I'm going to put it out there. It's the biggest archive of marker pen drawing tutorials in the world. There's now 950, just over 950 drawing tutorials. So yeah, the next couple of months we'll get to 1,000 drawing tutorials, which will be amazing. So you get instant access to all of those. You know, you do one a day. That's going to take you 3 years to get through all of those. So there's plenty to keep you busy, along with activity packs, discount codes, that kind of stuff as well. So loads of stuff, loads of reasons to join. Premium offer 10% off deal. Yeah, it is to Academy members, or it was to Academy members. So if you were already part of the Korp Academy, you could get 10% off premium. I think that deal is over now, though. That ended. That was like early access for people that were already members. Hey Junior, how you doing? It's hard for me to catch up the live sessions because of time difference. Today I woke up randomly 6 a.m. to see you live. Awesome. One of the things I want to do is I know the live sessions are not going to be suitable for everybody in the world, and as Korp Academy grows and becomes more of a global kind of thing, I will tweak the timings of all the sessions so that everybody can have a chance to get involved. I just need to know really when those sessions will be, so I can have a bit of a plan of attack on it. Yeah, because it's just really difficult, mate, just to keep everybody happy. Traditionally, when I first started Korp Academy, it was during the pandemic, and it was to teach the people that you would come into my face-to-face workshops. And so it was a very UK-centric kind of time slot, whereas nowadays, definitely, it's a UK time slot just doesn't work. So I think I will kind of switch around some of the timings next year, see if we can get some more reasonable timings. So yeah, anybody who's like non-UK, just kind of throw some times out. See you later, Ali. Thanks for joining, mate. Take it easy, buddy. Just joined as well, Junior. Nice work, mate. I hope you're enjoying it. If you have any questions, just tag me. Just hashtag and Korp, K-O-R-P, in the community, and my name should pop up. So yeah, if you get stuck on anything, just ask. If not me, go and ask Tash. Tash is another member of the community who is the admin in the community space. And she's Australian as well, so yeah. She struggles to kind of get to some of the live sessions as well. But yeah, tag me or Tash, and anything you're stuck with will be able to help you out with. But the community space, I think, is pretty cool. I'm really chuffed with how the community space works out. I spend more time on there now than I do on like Facebook or anything else like that, because I know that when I go on the community space, I'm going to get, you know, a load of artwork, a load of students' artwork, and it looks amazing. And, you know, sometimes I flick through the community space because it's like a feed, like a Facebook feed, and the artwork, and I'm like, I can't teach these people anything. It's just amazing, some of the artwork that's coming out on there. But you know, I'm all for. Oh, I just realised these bits need a shadow. Yeah, I'm all for like taking, taking people that can't draw. That's my favourite thing, is taking people that can't draw, think they can't draw, and showing them actually you can, how easy it is. And that's what it's all about. It's hopefully a nice nurturing space like that. Anyway, that's it. Let me get rid of the plans. I don't want it to be too salesy in here today. The Facebook feed looks glitchy as hell. What's going on with that? I think I might just not bother with the Facebook feed. Where are we going with this? Let's put some more shadows in. Yeah, that's kind of working all right. I'm going to put some black out. I'm going to give it a few seconds to dry. Let's put some little grey bits in here. Give it a few seconds to dry, and then we'll put some outlines on. This will make all the difference to this. Lem, do you ever help folks resolve issues with their own art? I suppose I mean like how to fix something that's not working. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what we do. Yeah, I teach a very specific way of drawing that ends up with drawings like these. So and what my hope is that the stuff that people learn in there kind of helps their own artwork. So I teach like all the shortcuts, all the tricks of the trade to help you get over any mistakes that you might be making and things like that. But it is mainly kind of marker pen based artwork as well, so I don't really tend to. I'm not sure how much help I could give if you were an oil painter, for example. But yeah, the live sessions are really good for that. The community is really good for that as well, actually, because if you've got a question, there's normally somebody in the community that knows the answer to it, even if I don't. There's usually somebody that's tried something out, or been on another course or something like that. Let's just try and bring this. I'm going to make this a little bit wider at the top. Maybe a little bit wider than that even. But yeah, if anybody's got any questions now, I'm up for supporting with any questions people might have about their artwork. Can't necessarily say I'll give you a good answer, but I can definitely listen. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Let's put a little bit of blue. Oh no, I have to do that when it's dry. Let's give it a few seconds to dry. What's going on with Facebook then? Nothing. Oh yeah, I'm still alive. I can see myself looking at Facebook. Let's close that down. I don't need that open. It would be marker pen stuff. Yeah, mate, so I can probably help then. So I teach people how to draw with Posca pens mainly, but I also use the alcohol markers. So I've got a bunch of like Spectrum Noir pens. Yeah, loads of the Illustrator pens as well. So I teach people how to draw with those, how to blend in. Most of my tutorials are like really kind of beginner level stuff, just to get the basics in there. But we can take it a little bit further as well. Thanks, Joff. First comment on X, it's like watching paint dry. It's literally like watching paint dry, and that's I'm conscious that I'm just not doing much. I'm just talking, and I know Joff's only joking. You are joking, aren't you? It's just so wet. It's just so wet in there. I think what I'll do is while I'm waiting, I'm going to wait for that to dry. I'm going to do something else. What else can we do while I'm waiting for that to dry? That's what I'm copying from. This is from an old picture I did a while back. What else can I do something to this? What about some like about some weird bones at the bottom? Let's try. Not really sure where I'm going with that. I'm trying to do some like ribs. Let's do that again. That'll go under there. Do they look like ribs? I don't know. I try not to think about these things too much. Thanks, Geoff. Well, this mushroom piece, this toadstool piece, yeah, this is one of my favourites. So easy to draw. It's like a little mashup of two of my favourite things to draw: mushrooms or toadstools and skulls. It's just a no-brainer, really. Okay, how do I get that bit? That's got to go across there, I think. That would look like some sort of weird rib cage when I'm finished. Let's see if my other one's drier. This is something I do quite a lot, just kind of going backwards and forwards between pictures. So yeah, what we're doing, let's go and put some black outlines up at the top here. Do you want to zoom in a bit? There we go. That looks all right. JDS, where are you on Instagram? So JDS on Instagram's asking, where do I get my ideas from? So generally, what I do in the Korp Academy is every week we'll have a theme for the week. 9 times out of 10, that theme is like things that I really want to explore and have a go at. Sometimes it's sorry, 9 times out of 10. Let's go for like half the time it's something I want to do. Half the time it's something the community members want to do. And yeah, it's like, just tell me what you want to learn to draw and I'll go and explore it. So yeah, so for example, if I want to draw drips one week, I will just go and explore like who's drawing cool drips, and yeah, that'll be our prompt for the week. And then every week I produce 5 drawing tutorials based on that prompt. And so yeah, I'll do stuff like if it's drips, if drips is the prompt, I'll go and draw some pizza, and I'll show people how to draw drips on pizza. You know, like with the alcohol markers, how to blend them in so that you get the shade underneath the bits of pizza, that kind of thing. sometimes the prompt is, another artist, and I'll teach people how to draw like another artist. Prompts like mushrooms. So this week the prompt was monsters. So yeah, there's one of the monsters that I drew, and there's another monster that I drew. Previous to that, it was drips. That was my prompt. That was an idea for drips, drawing venom. Then it was food. Back on monsters. No, this was weird. Go weird or go home. So that was the prompt for that. What was this one? I can't remember this one. I think that was probably a go weird as well. So was that. And then we got monsters again. Monsters. I swear I don't just draw monsters. This was from. Was this Ghost Week or Cactus Week? I think it was Ghost Week. I think I just spent the whole week drawing ghosts, and so yeah, that's where the prompts, the rough ideas come from. And then it's just a case of like scour the internet, scour Pinterest, see if you can get some inspiration, do little mashups of different artwork from different people, until you can kind of call it your own. No, they don't. It doesn't bleed through. Look. So you can see I'm just doing my outlines on there. That's the other side of the page. You can see a little bit of red there, but I think that's on all the pages, just because I've gone over the top a bit too much. But yeah, don't bleed through. This is an Art Gecko freestyle sketchbook. If there's one question I get asked loads, it's like, what paper do you use for Posca work? Art Gecko freestyle sketchbook. Comes with, you're probably sick if you watch the whole stream, comes with a little metallic doodle with Korp branding. If you buy the one with the branding, that is, you can just get a plain one if you don't like what I'm doing. If you don't want to have any association with me, you just get a plain one. That's fine. I think they're the same price. But yeah, it doesn't bleed, doesn't pill. I mean, it will pill if you press hard enough. Anything will pill if you press hard enough. But generally, it doesn't have any issues like that. So it's really cool. I think only available in the UK though. I know some people have, some students from Korp Academy students have managed to get these in other countries, but that's only usually because they've paid a fortune on shipping and that. But yeah, very good sketchbooks they are. I love them. It's looking nice. Well, where's this one go? This one's going to go about there. Yeah, any more questions? Favourite artist? It's weird, I have loads of like favourite artists, right from like people that everybody knows to people that nobody knows. If there was one artist, if there was one artist that I could destroy and take their persona, and nobody would ever know, it would be Obey, Shepherd Fairy. I love this stuff. I know that's very different to what you're seeing here. What you're seeing here is the stuff I teach people how to draw, the cartoony stuff, the easy access stuff, the more fun kind of chilled out drawings. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Shepherd Fairy stuff, the kind of propaganda style. But yeah, then when it comes to other artists, I'm a huge fan of Remouse at the moment. Love the way he draws. People like Hatch, Jetpacks and Roller Skates. Who else is there? There's just loads of artists like that really inspire me. This is coming on quite nicely now. So if you missed the start of the session, essentially what happened was that I was drawing this character. It was looking up, and I thought, I'm just going to make a few changes to it. What can I draw on the top of it? Because it's, what is it looking up at? Somebody suggested sticking a couple of flies, so I drew a couple of flies, then proceeded to go and rub my hand against every single fly. You know the little dotted lines you put behind a fly? I rubbed my hand against that, and we had all like these like stripes coming down. It just looked a bit of a mess. So then I thought, okay, put your money where your mouth is. One of the things I always tell my students is when things go wrong, that's when you really start thinking about all the crazy ways you can make things go right again. So how can I make this big mistake of these stripes popping up and these smudges? How can I turn that into a piece of artwork? And this is where it's landed, with a mushroom, a toadstool on the head of a monster. And I kind of like the way it's coming out. JDS, I've always been able to draw, mate. It's weird because I see quite a lot of people, and they're like, if you want to be an artist, you've got to practice, you've got to hone your craft and all that kind of stuff. But I've never been like that. I've always just been able to, whatever I've thrown my hand at, I've been able to do it. I've been really lucky like that, and I don't know what it is. But yeah, like right from like probably 10, 11 years old, knew I could draw, but then really didn't take like teaching drawing seriously until I got a lot older. Right. I like the way this is coming out. This is looking nice. The reason I love using Posca pens as well is that you can just change things on the fly. Move things around, add extra creases and stuff like that. In fact, I think that's what I'll do. Let's go and add in some little lines coming up that I can take out later. Yeah, that'll do. Anybody watching on X, one of the things I really want to do is we're going to put out some, going to create some events on X for digital drawing. So it's not something I do much of here, but I do like a digital drawing. So yeah, the plan is that what we'll do is we'll do some digital events, get 4 artists all on the same stream, all broadcasting and drawing at the same time whilst having a chat, a bit of a conversational piece as well. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. If you're interested in that, then just have a little look for me on X. You can find me on Corporate with a K, Corporate, or it'll probably be broadcast on Korp Dogs NFT. So yeah, have a little look on there and see. What are we doing next with this? Where are we? Okay. A little shadow, I think, underneath this bit. I think that bit needs a shadow as well. I'm just going to whack a shadow, big old shadow. And what you'll notice about this shadow, it's going to look awful when I first put it in. But we can taper that out. It doesn't look too bad actually, but we can taper that out, thicken out the black line, all that kind of stuff, tidy up that loads before we finish. Right. Who else is in? Cheers, JDS. Thanks for having a conversation with me as well. Do I need to? Where's JDS? There you are. Okay, I don't know if I'm following you or not, but I was just going to try and follow you, but it only lets me. I can either pin your comment or report you, which I don't want to do either of those. So Yeah, if I'm not following you by the end of the day, send us a message or something, mate, to remind me. I'd love to see what you're up to. Just tidy up these bits. Look at that. Love that. Love this kind of way of doing these thin bits with fat pens. Adding these little creases. What was I doing with the grey? Oh yeah, I was going to put some little stones in. Little pips. Yep, that's looking good. Not really too fond of how this is all kind of looking down here, but it'll have to do. Oh, don't think about it too much. Well, I'm going to tidy up some of these black lines now. The main thing, one of the things I've learned about Posca pens is a percentage of it is just making a mess. Go in, make a mess, don't worry about it too much, and then towards the end of the session, it's when it gets about tidying it up. And I think that's the stage I'm at now. Look, just that little tidying up stage. Can everybody who's in do me a favour? We've got, how many people we got? Can everybody who's in? We've got 37 people, which is good for me. I think that's across like all the channels as well. So that's not bad. But can you do me a favour? Can you, if it's an opportunity, if it's an option to like the feed, go and like the feed. If there's an opportunity to share it, please share it. Please comment. Just even if it's just letting me know where you're from, what brought you here, how you found out about me. All that kind of stuff really helps the algorithm. So if you want to help out, that's the best way of doing it, and I would really appreciate it as well. Here we go there. And yeah, I'll definitely subscribe and stuff, because I'm doing, I think we're on YouTube here as well. On YouTube, X, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. And like I was saying before as well, with Instagram, you're only going to get this little bit. Everybody else outside of Instagram gets loads of stuff on that side, gets loads of stuff on that side. I say loads of stuff on that side. Over on that side, you're getting a desk. It's not that exciting. But over on this side, you're getting a picture of me looking confused whilst drawing. But yeah, just and share it. If you can share the feed, that's awesome. That would be really helpful. JDS from Kent in England. Awesome stuff. I think I was down Kent way not so long ago. I'm Lincolnshire. Boldilocks, hello mate. Massive admiration of your work. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That's a very kind thing to say. Yeah, one of the other reasons I'm kind of here is just letting people know that Korp Academy's open, taking on new members. So anybody that wants to kind of learn to draw, especially this kind of style, or even if you know how you're drawing and you just wanna hang out with some like creative people of a similar mindset, then Korp Academy is definitely for you. It's anything from $7 a month to $40 a month. $40 is like premium. That's like top level. That only opens up once every 3 times a year, once every 4 months. And yeah, you know, you're not going to miss anything. But $7 a month, that's what the cost of a coffee, that's the cost of an oat latte and a cake per month. And you get access to the community, the live feeds, the tutorials, the challenges. It's a real cool space to be. Yeah, and the other thing to just be aware of is, I guess, is there will be an element of Korp Academy on X as well, and so I'm doing a digital art release soon. Josh just reminded me because he's told me he's from the UK as well. Over on X, we're going to dish out. We're going to put out some Korp dogs. I'm just going to quickly see if we've got some Korp dogs in the sketchbook here. But yeah, Korp dogs is something I've drawn for ages, and I got to a point where I was able to you know, draw them in a way, in a digital version of this, where there was loads of different eyes, loads of different ears, loads of different noses, mouths, bodies, colours, that kind of thing. And we're going to release 5,000 Korp dogs as NFTs, but all the proceeds from that we're going to reinvest as, well, not all the proceeds, we're going to pay ourselves, obviously. But some of the proceeds from that we're going to reinvest back into artists and running some live events and, you know, just being creative online, really. So yeah, if you're into crypto, or if you want to get into crypto, then go follow me on X. That's the space to be, so that you don't miss what I'm doing over there. And by being a Korp Dogs holder, by buying a Korp Dog, you will get like essential access to the Korp Academy. I think that's what we're going to do. That's not officially been announced yet, but you know, unofficially, that's kind of what we're thinking. Do you do commissions? Would love to see your interpretation of my logo. Baldy Dogs. No, I don't do commissions. A long time ago, when I first started out in doing my own drawings and stuff, I decided never to do commissions. And the main reason for that is because I didn't become an artist to go and do what other people want me to draw. So I always just want to draw my own stuff. So yeah, I don't ever do commissions. The only time I do commissions is if somebody says, "Here's some money, go and do what you want," which happens every now and then. But yeah, as a rule, commissions, nah. But I hear you that, you know, you'd love to see me do your logo. I have done, you know, I do fun things like, so I did the Say logo. So Say's the cryptocurrency that we're releasing the Korp Dogs on. Did the Say logo, but, you know, reworked that. So yeah, I have done bits and bobs like that. MT Widman, I've been a graphic designer for many years. I'm starting to really appreciate making a mess while making art. Hand versus computer vibes. I'm in California, Palm Springs. Dig your stuff. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, MT. Yeah, definitely. So when I'm drawing, I've got 4 stages to my artwork. One is like guidelines, which is all about making a mess. One is throwing the colour on, which is all about making a mess. Do those bits first. Just don't think about what you're doing or what the end result's going to look like. Do those bits first. And then the second 2 stages are all about keeping things tidy or tidying up a bit. So stage 3 is outlines. So it's where I'm putting on like all these black outlines. And then stage 4 is about just like adding a bit of finesse, finishing touches. So just chucking on these hairs, drips, spots, things like that, little flicks in the mouth. So they're my 4 stages. Yeah, 2 about making a mess, 2 about tidying up. And I quite like tidying up. Baldy Dogs from Wales. Hello. Hi, Wales. Looking at integrating NFTs into my Baldyverse. Okay, Baldyverse. Send me a message at some stage, because I'm struggling to kind of follow people from here whilst I'm live. So yeah, send us a message about and tell me a bit more about Baldyverse, because that sounds hilarious. Don't know if it's meant to sound hilarious, but it does sound hilarious. I'm going to put some little lids on here. Yeah, one of the things we really want to do with Korp Dogs is get artists releasing their artwork as well. That looks quite nice, actually. I like that. Let's do another one over here. So yeah, we're always looking for artists. We've kind of got a bunch of artists that we're working with. We're always looking for extra artists. So yeah, send us some messages, Goldilocks. Do I have a day job? No, this is my day job. Colouring in is my day job. Teaching in the Korp Academy is my main day job. That's like my bread and butter income. So yeah, it's just teaching things like this. I do it online. I've got an online community, global online community of loads of people that all kind of, I show them how to draw nonsense like this all the time. Let's go and put some blue under there. Looks right. So yeah, full-time job. So in fact, the 2 things I do for my full-time job, one is my own artwork, which is like all worms, stencils, that kind of stuff. The other is is the teaching bit. Which brings me on to that whole kind of, joining the Korp Academy. If you want to learn to draw stuff like this, then join the Korp Academy. There's plenty of links in my bios. It starts from $7 a month, up to $40 a month for the top access. Too messy, too tidy. Pun fun, I like them. Actually, empty, that is perfect. I might have to use that. Thank you very much. Too messy, too tidy. Too messy. I'm going to have to probably use too messy. Too messy, too tidy. But that's working a treat. It's all tongue-in-cheek, but meaningful. Will DM. Yeah, cheers, mate. Amazing day job. Probably doesn't feel like a job. Yeah, it does. It feels like a job, mate, because what happens is that when you do what you love as a job, you're doing it up until the stupid o'clock in the morning. So I don't tend to get the breaks from work like I would normally. So I guess that's the only downside of it. But I'm not sitting there doing like emails or stuff. Although saying that, I'm not sitting there doing emails, but I do. As a self-employed artist, there is a hell of a lot of like admin to do. So you are writing invoices, you are doing email campaigns, you are setting up Facebook adverts. There's loads of boring bits to do as an artist. So yeah, it's not all great. I'd say about 50% of what I do is admin, and I'm including like the editing of the tutorials. I'm including that in the art side, but admin of like just sorting out emails and chasing invoices, writing invoices, going after work, all that kind of stuff. Wouldn't change it for the world though, mate. It's good. Boldilocks, amazing day job. Yeah. Have you collaborated with any well-known cartoonists? No, I don't think I have. I've done a few collaborations over the years. I've got a few with, local artist Paul Neen. Who else? Yeah, I can't really remember. But I'd say no. It's difficult to remember who I've collaborated with over the years. Okay. How are we doing for time? It's 3:30. I'm gonna shoot in soon. So yeah, this has been fun. Changing this picture around, it's coming together. It's looking like something. Throw some ideas. If anybody's got any ideas of stuff I can do on here to finish off, then throw me some ideas. I'm always after weird ideas. Drips are looking good. What else? I'm just scanning it now just to make sure everything is on there that needs to be on there. Maybe these bits need a white spot on them. If I'm going to do a white spot, I need to do a grey spot. You know what I mean? I was going to do... Oh, it's too late now. I was going to do one round the back over there. Never mind. Oh yeah, of course. One of the artists I did collab with was KDVM. KDVM's on Instagram. There, certainly reminded me that we did do a collab, didn't we, mate? Very impromptu. It was like I think I started something off. KDM finished it off, and yeah, we ended up selling that, making a bit of money between the pair of us. Oh, Kelly's in as well. Hi, Kelly. Hope you're well, mate. So yeah, I was just going to say KDVM as well is the artist behind the 8 o'clock club. And today, this morning, I set up the 8 o'clock club on Instagram. So yeah, KDVM. What we do is they get on the live sessions, teaching people how to draw rude stuff at a very high level. Imagine like this kind of stuff, this kind of stuff, but with like rude bits. That's essentially what's happening there. It's loads of fun. But yeah, KDVM took over that from me last year sometime. But yeah, have a little look for if you look for 8 o'clock club on Instagram, you'll find ways of joining the 8 o'clock club. And the good thing about that is we've got a code. A code if you want 1 month free on the 8 o'clock club. When you go through checkout, use the code Happy Sausage, and it will give you a month free. Yes, mate, we're on Insta. I know Draw with Jazza. Yeah, I know Jazza. I don't know Jazza, but I know of Jazza, and it was Jazza that got me into Spectrum Noir pens. That's why I used them, because I bought their set. But yeah, not an artist that I hang around with, or if I saw them somewhere, I'd be able to say hello. I think I've done. I don't think these bits look any good. I'm not sure yet. Not sure if I like them. But yeah, Kelly, Kirsty, it's nice to have you both on. I hope you're doing well, you two. Thanks, JDS. I appreciate that, mate. The way I look at it is it's just a bit of drawing, but it's just crazy when so many people get back to me about how drawing has helped them. And in fact, there's a question for anybody that's listening now: is how has drawing helped you? I'm going to do this like graphic of 20 things that drawing is scientifically proven to help with. So we all know, like, kind of, drawing kind of offers an escape and stress relief and all that kind of stuff as well. And but I kind of want some like weirder things that drawing has helped you with. So I know full well that one of my students said to me that their ability to be able to draw something has stopped them getting road rage, because they drive a truck for a living, and rather than getting angry and getting annoyed with people that are driving like idiots, drawings help them to kind of temper that, which I really love, because that's not like a typical thing. So has drawing like ever stopped you like doing something weird, doing something dangerous? I don't know. Let me know. I'm after things to put on this graphic that I'm doing, and the fact that you guys or students would have done them is good enough. Is as good as science to me. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I'm expecting to get from it, but I just think, rather than your standard kind of boring, here's the health benefits, here's the mental health benefits of being able to draw. I want those mental health benefits to be littered with like loads of weird stuff. JDS, the mushroom gag. There's not mushroom left. I did say I should put that in, didn't I? I don't know. I ain't gonna be able to fit that in anywhere. I think I'm finished on this. I'm not going to do anything else. Running out of ideas for what to put on it, but yeah, I'm quite happy with how that's turned out compared to what it looked like when it first started out. What else have I got? I had that other picture. Where's that other picture gone? I was drawing something else, wasn't I? No, not in there. Oh, it's this sketchbook. I was doing the mushroom, the toadstool, putting the what's that called, rib cage on. So let's carry on with this rib cage then. So let's go around here. Obviously this is not a anatomically correct rib cage. I'm just going with like the symbolism of a rib cage, I think. Let's take that up there, look. Kind of works, doesn't it? So yeah, I don't know, if, Kirsty, if you're still in. Yeah, not only is the Korp Academy now available on Instagram, it is also available in the official Korp Academy community. So we've got a space, a community space for the 8 o'clock club, where 8 o'clock club members can go and share their artwork. And I know we've got that in like the WhatsApp group as well, but yeah, like I say, you've also got it now in this community space. All the links to the live feeds will be in there as well. What else? Drawing tutorials, they'll all be in there as well. So it's just a nice little space for people to hang out. And yeah, anybody interested in learning to draw adult stuff, go find the 8 o'clock club online. If you want to learn the more kind of wholesome drawings, like mushrooms, stuff like this, if you want to learn how to draw stuff like this, then just head over to korpacademy.com. The link will be in all my bios. Those of you that are on the wide format, so anybody who's not on Instagram will now see all the premium, plus, and essential plans. So essentially, essential is $7 a month, plus is $20 a month, premium is $40 a month. Plus and essential you can join any time. Premium you can only join 3 times a year, and that time is now. So yeah, if you're up for going top level, jumping straight in with all the live feeds, access to almost 1,000 drawing tutorials, 950 at last count, then yeah, premium is for you. Try it out for 1 month, just see how you get on with it, is my advice. But there we go. If that's not your thing, then you can just get the free content on YouTube. Or just go for the one of the cheaper plans. Yeah, that's nice. Add some little shadows there, look. Kind of like that. In that grey area, I'm just going to go and put some little black bits. Smudged all of that now as well. Let's have some drips going up on this bit. I always like a drip going up, it looks a little bit weirder. Let's do one there as well. Look. So definitely, now I've done that rib cage, I'm definitely looking at that thinking I can do something coming out of that rib cage. something that the rib cage is kind of like holding on to. I don't know what yet, but I can do something. I'll think about that at another stage. So I've missed loads of comments. Sorry about that. Yeah, happy sausage. Drobby Oe. I'm really sorry, I can't pronounce that. I'm struggling to read today. But yeah, happy sausage is the code if you want to get 1 month's free access to the Korp Academy. Just be aware it's adults only. It deals with mature themes. So only join if you really want to get involved in something that will kind of push your limits a little bit. Spare ribs, yeah, I see that. Podcasts. I'm going to do podcasts. I'm planning. There's a plan to interview. So one of our artists for the Korp Dogs is called Remouse. I'm going to do a podcast interview with him. That'll be my first ever podcast. So I'm going to see how that goes. And then the plan would be to interview loads of artists. And the interview will be in a format of like a widescreen view of the feed. So it wouldn't be a voice podcast. It would be a video podcast. Vodcast, is that called? But with the artist that's being interviewed kind of showing me how to draw something at the same time. So that's the plan anyway, is that it will be like a bit of a drawing tutorial, hopefully a little bit inspirational, but also kind of like getting under the skin of how that artist works. One, by kind of finding out more about how they work, because we'll be doing their work. So any kind of challenges I come up against I can ask about, but also just finding out a bit more about them, how they got into art, all the questions you've been asking me, JDS. That's the kind of stuff. Even though they are part of the rib cage, it also looks like a spring. Yeah, I see that. I could have done that, actually, couldn't I? Just done it as a spring. That would have been cool. But yeah, definitely. That's kind of what I was thinking. That was the obvious thing for me, was a heart. But, maybe what we do is Okay, I'm just kind of now giving myself another job to do. Do you know what I'm going to put in there? Let's go and put in a happy sausage. A happy salami. So I reckon the sausage will come out like this. Go in behind there. Behind there. This bit will be a shadow. Oh, I've just gone over a drip that's at the front. I shouldn't really have done that. Never mind. Let's have a little bit like that, bit like that. Yeah. There's a good start. Okay, happy sausage. We're going to put that into our rib cage. Honestly, I'm going after that. That's me peaking with the happy sausage. But you can see, this is what I love about Posca pens. And it was always my ambition to do like a 8 o'clock club version with Posca pens. So I don't know whether that's something you do, Kirsty, or whether you just stick with the black pens. The reason I like black pens is because it makes it nice and accessible, means anybody can join in. You don't have to spend, a couple $100 or a couple £100 on getting the right marker pens in the right colours. You literally just turn up with a Sharpie and you're good. But there is part of me that thinks an adult 8 o'clock club with Posca is like the next stage. That's probably going to get on Kirsty's nerves, because Kirsty's probably thinking I've got so much stuff on at the moment that I haven't got time to be doing all of that. So sorry, mate. But I think it could be good. There you go. That's looking like a little bit like a sausage, isn't it? We're kind of getting there. Let's just change the shape of that a little bit more. It's not round enough over this side. Let's just bring it out like that. Got to give it a couple of coats just to get that black pen that's underneath, make that disappear. I'll wait for it to dry. I'll probably just put a little face on it to make it happy. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. 8 o'clock club Posca version. It's something we need to explore, mate. I think it could be really good. But yeah, now the 8 o'clock club is on Instagram. Now it's on in the community as well as on WhatsApp and everywhere else. We can probably look at adding that in. I'm bored now, waiting for this sausage to dry. You know how it is. I might just see if I can do a little bit of outline work. Oh, don't mess around with it. Just leave it. Right, leave it. I'm going to leave that to dry for a second. Let's just park it over there while I find something else to draw. What else can I do in this sketchbook? I'm not doing anything else on that. Should I bring the tongue out? Bring the tongue out on that one. Nah. Leave it. Snot? No. This one looks like it needs some. What can I do with this one? I could put a little body on there or something. But I don't want it to have like a normal body. It's got to have a weird body. What could it be? If you've got an idea, let me know. Audio seems very quiet. It's as loud as I can make it, mate. It's probably just me being quiet. And there's quite a distance between, so like, where am I? You can't even see me. I'm off camera on here, and the mic is there, a little bit too far away. Is that audio any better? I brought the mic closer, and I've fiddled around with the knob underneath the mic. Let me know. I find that usually works. Right, where's we with this creature? We need a body. We need a body for it. Cool. Thanks, mate. You know, it's sometimes people just don't tell me that the audio is a bit low, and I never know. Because as much as I can see the audio sound levels kind of peaking properly, then oh Jesus Christ, KDVM, drawing a spider. I was thinking like a worm. There's a reason I draw worms, because there's nothing to do with them, and I've never drawn a spider. I wouldn't even know where to start with drawing a spider. No, that's above my pay grade, a spider. No, mate, don't worry. Another bloke, don't worry. I've got this really good thing about me where I always assume that when somebody's saying something, I always assume it's a positive thing that they're saying, even if it sounds like they're taking the piss or being awkward. I find it's positive intent. Always best to assume positive intent. It just makes your life, because 9 times out of 10 people are meaning it positively as well. So I certainly didn't take that the wrong way. Blob and 8 lines. What's 8? What do you mean 8 lines? Oh, I see what you mean. You're telling me how to draw a spider. Christ. Okay. Let's go with. Okay. Let's go. One of the things about being an artist is never kind of exposing yourself to things that might make you look like a rubbish artist. This is going to be one of those things. So I'm gonna put in eight lines, so 4 legs either side. Okay, let's do that. Ooh, not bad. 1, 2, 3. Counting out loud because I can't count in my head. 4. I should probably. Oh no, his head's up there, isn't it? So that's fine. Okay, so there's something. Let's add some shadows. Honestly, I just wanted to draw the happy sausage and then move on. But you've now got me drawing a spider. I hate. So generally, I hate drawing spiders, tentacles. There's two reasons I hate drawing tentacles. One is that I worry about they're difficult to draw because they kind of wrap around and there's no like predictability to them. Getting them the right thickness and all over the place just is a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, it is punk, isn't it? Yeah, very punk. Thanks, Junior. Could probably go a little bit more punk with it, couldn't we? I don't know how. But yeah, definitely one of those issues is like tentacles. Just they're a difficult thing to teach, so I tend not to draw them. Same with hands, difficult thing to kind of get just right because just little imperfections. It just looks a bit ropey, so I tend to avoid things like that. The other thing I'm worried about with tentacles is like saying the wrong thing. If you know what I mean, it just sounds a little bit like other words that I might end up slipping out. I do remember once when I first started working in a corporate environment, and I don't mean like what I do now. The reason I'm called corporate is because I used to work in a corporate environment. But when I first started doing that, first started talking in public, which I used to hate doing. But yeah, like within a couple of days of getting this job, the person who was supposed to deliver this briefing, I don't know whether they had a panic attack or just didn't want to do it, or whether they just wanted to get on my nerves by not doing it. But I remember I had to deliver this thing, and I had to say right, and I had to tell everybody that the strap line is, and then repeat what the strap line was. But I just remember getting on there and saying the strap on is, and then repeating the strap line, but you calling it a strap on instead. And yeah, so I'm always kind of like a little bit wary that every now and then I might just kind of say the wrong thing. So I do worry that if I'm doing like a tentacle drawing tutorial, there'll be a scattering of testicle words in there totally accidentally. But yeah, so yeah, a long reason of why I don't like drawing tentacles. You know what you mean. Yeah, cheers, nailing it. Thank you, KDVM. Like when a quiz show is looking for the answer, organism. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And you know what it's like? Once it's in your head, it's difficult to kind of get it out of your head. There, it's like when they're doing the interviews with the news, and they're interviewing Jeremy Hunt, and they just can't help themselves. I think all it takes is one person to plant that seed of whatever you do, don't say, and then whatever it is, and then it's like, that's just stuck in my head now. And that's what I'm like with tentacles. Okay, this is looking all right. Got a hairy nib. Keep getting these hairs. Yeah, I bet there's a few, isn't there? Okay, sausage is in. I'm just going to flick a few little lines out on this top of this sausage. There we go. Just trying to make it look a bit more realistic. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, let's whack a couple of eyes in. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to finish the spider and then I'm definitely going. Been saying that for about half an hour now. Spider, right, where's we have this spider? Right, I'm going to put the shadow on this. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Just around there, around there. Neens, how you doing, Neens? Thank you for joining in. Glad you like it. Yeah, it's getting there, isn't it? Digital.art.de design. Excellent. We were talking a little bit about digital art earlier. Kirsty's taught me how to draw a spider. One blob, 8 lines. Sumia. Does this look like you, Sumia? It's a strong look. I like it. I think I might just need to bring some of these bits back in. Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? Yeah, let's maybe put these two. I'll put those 2 legs back behind the body, I reckon. So let's have this bit around there. I'll tidy up these lines later, don't worry, that they're looking a little bit out of place. That's okay, I don't mind them looking a bit out of place. I've gone quiet because I'm concentrating on my line work. So I know these lines are a bit wonky, which is okay. But they're quite long, which is that's my main issue. I can deal with short lines and I can talk all the way through a short line, but as soon as you've got a long line, having to talk through a long line is a nightmare. That's your everyday. Cool art though. Thank you. Love it. Thank you. Out of place can be quirky. Yeah. Out of place is always good. A lot of the teaching I do is always about just going crazy with stuff and doing things that are a little bit weird, a little bit out of place, a little bit unusual, and just working with it. Let's see if we can do something with these. Oh my word. Not enough caffeine in my system to get these lines looking right. It's like parallel parking. Yeah, exactly. Weird. Yeah, a bit weird, but there's nothing wrong with a bit weird. I just wanted to join. How do I join that up? Let's try that. No, I'm definitely going bigger with that. I'll have to wait for that to dry. But definitely going big with that. How's Happy Sausage coming on? Let's get back to Happy Sausage, finish off that one. Hey Daniel, thank you very much. Yeah, Happy Sausage there. The only thing I'm going to do with Happy Sausage is just a... Oh man. It's just a little white dot. Like that. Yeah, if you missed it, Happy Sausage is the discount code to get you a month free on the 8 o'clock club, the adult drawing club. Features mature themes, so just be warned. But yeah, if you're interested, if you want to join the 8 o'clock club, if you can't find the link, send me a message. Just if you search for the 8 o'clock club on Instagram, we've now got a new Instagram, you can pick it up from there. Will the spider legs have any hairs? They will now. So like, yeah, Happy Sausage done. Right, I'm leaving that like that. That's enough on that one. Spider legs. Let's go and finish off spider legs with a few hairs. I feel like this bit just needs to come down like that. Let's bring that over there. Yeah, that's good. I am going to put in another little shadow here, though. I'll come back to that in a bit. Right, where's my thin pen? I'm just going to whack in a load of thin lines with a black pen. Great idea. Nothing too complicated. Yeah. I do feel like we probably ought to have these hairs kind of growing around the rest of the body as well. Now I've started this bit. Just a few hairs on the underside. Who was it that came up with that? JDS, well done, mate. Yeah, that's lovely. I really like that. That's looking really creepy. So yeah, I was just about to start. This morning I did the 15-minute doodle challenge live. And just as I walked in the studio, just about to set up, the biggest spider... I mean, I know we've probably got people from New Zealand watching and from Australia watching and all that. They're going to laugh, but it was the huge, like, was it a house spider, garden spider, whatever they're called? Just sort of casually walked at the wall, nice and slow. You know, wasn't interested in trying to hide or anything like that, just kind of passing by. And it's like, how am I going to concentrate on doing the 15-minute drawing tutorial knowing that that is just floating around the studio? I mean, if it walks across the feed as I'm doing a drawing, I'm going to have a meltdown. I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit while I do these legs. Oof. Yeah, I like how this is coming along. Yeah, the other bit I wanted to do was I want to bring that line in. Like that. Yeah, I think that kind of works. Okay, let's put a few more hairs around the rest of this character. Now we've started with the hairs, we've got to carry on with the hairs. Look at that. Little smudge in there, but I quite like that. That works for me. Little spots in there. This is it. Let's wrap up. Spider body to have... Would it look too weird for the spider body to have fangs? And naturally, when I was drawing the spider body, I was like, I need to put some eyes in just here. But obviously, this is the head up here. So we've got some teeth up there. Maybe we just need some little fangs down the bottom. Not doing that today. But yeah, definitely. And yeah, one of the drawing challenges in the Korp Academy community is go weird or go home. It's all about just how weird can you go with your drawings. So there's no such thing. In my head, there's no such thing as going too weird. This is looking alright. Little spider body. Big time, buds. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate you joining in. I'm sorry, but I'm just about to go. But I will be live again at some stage, so make sure you, if you want to hang around while I'm drawing, just tap on the bell so you get the notification. Another bloke, I think when I first saw your drawings, I thought they were computer illustrated because of how even the colours are. Yeah, the technique there, if you want your stuff to be even, then have a light touch. Have a light touch with it. So the lighter that you are when you're drawing on your sketchbook, the more likelihood you're going to have of a thick coat of paint going on there. So there's less chance of look at these ones. I think it was the donut one. Let me get to the donut one. The donut one is the one that somebody was sure that it was all kind of printed on. But yeah, the lighter you touch, the thicker the coat of paint is. So that's my top tip really for that one. Obviously, the harder you press, the more chance you're going to have of the paper showing through, which is counterintuitive, because usually when you're using marker pens and you're doing a bit of drawing with marker pens, what's normally happening is you're pressing harder to get the darker ink out. But because these are paint, you just got to be a little bit different with them. But yeah, none of them are printed. They're all kind of hand drawn. Somebody did suggest that it was AI art at one stage, but not because of the actual artwork, but because of my hands, which just give me a bit of a complex. It's like, what's wrong with my hands that looks so weird in the reels that I created. Precise borders between shades, mate. There's no precise borders between shades. Trust me. My top tip when it comes to putting shadows on anything, look at that, shadows all over there. My top tip is don't get too hung up with getting the shadows absolutely perfect. All you want to do is just make sure there are some shadows in there. And the brain, whoever's looking at your artwork, their brain will kind of do most of the work for us. The majority of these shadows are all on the right hand side, they're all on the underside of things, but there's elements in here there's not really much of a shadow in there. There probably should be. all of this should probably be a shadow, and it's not. So there's loads of bits in here where it isn't right. Like all around the eye there, that part should really have a shadow in it, and it's not. So it doesn't really matter too much if you don't get the shadows spot on. Just put them in roughly the right place, and the brain will just kind of make it all work. Cheers, Kirsty. Glad you like this. What else have I got in this sketchbook? Strategically, you want to try and get a lot of shadows in the right places. Like, look at the little shadows above there. Just makes it look like the eye kind of goes into a hole. Look at the shadow around the shadow and the highlight around the mouth. But 9 times out of 10, it is just a case of just kind of get it in roughly in the right place. Yeah, look at that one. Get roughly in the right place. You can't go too far wrong with it. Thanks for subbing. Big time. Appreciate that, mate. Great tips. I'm all for tips. That's what I do. I teach people how to draw like this kind of style. So just one last shout. One last little mention of the Korp Academy before I shoot off. Another bloke. I like drawing in the like cell shading style. So cell shading is where there's no blend, yeah. So it's like one block of color there, block of color there. That's cell shading. So I like drawing in that style. So that's why these look like that. You can blend Posca pens. It does work, but and I can see you see artists with paintbrushes who will kind of blend over these lines. So they'll make it wet. Keep it really wet on both sides, then get a little bit of water, a little paintbrush, and just tickle around and just blend it all in. But I can't. For one, I can't be asked with it. For two, I actually kind of like the purism of making it look like marker pen artwork, and that cell shading does look good. Here's the plans. Anybody who's not on Instagram, you'll see the plans just popped up on the right-hand side if you're interested in joining the Korp Academy. Now's the time to join Premium. We're open for 1 week only. You can only join 3 times a year. If Premium's not your thing, if top tier is not your thing, and the live sessions and the entire archive of almost 1,000 drawing tutorials, I know it says 700 over there in the price plans, but it is now almost 1,000 drawing tutorials you get. If Premium's not your thing at $40 a month, then it starts at $7 a month just to get involved in the community. Nice easy way of getting involved and having a bit of fun whilst doing a bit of drawing. So yeah, try it out. Just go to korpacademy.com, sign up just there. Thank you big time. Do they do the book in Hobbycraft? This book? No, mate. This is the Art Gecko Freestyle sketchbook. I believe the only place you can get it is from the Art Gecko website and from Amazon as well. So yeah, you will need to kind of go order it online. I don't know where you're from. If you're in the UK, you're good. If you're outside of the UK, it's probably going to be a bit expensive for shipping and stuff like that. But as books go for Posca pens, they are perfect. Let's just whip out this one. I haven't seen this sketchbook for ages, so just going to quickly go through this sketchbook and see what we've got in here. So these are some of my old tutorials. Each page in here, look at that one. Each page in here is a 1-hour drawing tutorial, but every now and then one of these tutorials, one of these drawings ends up in a live session like these ones have done, where I've then kind of drawn a fist coming off the top of the head and the extra drips and stuff like that. Put a neck on that one. So they have changed a little bit. That was the drawing tutorial without the drips, just how to draw a skull. So yeah, if you're interested in drawing, these are the kind of things that I'm showing you how to draw. Yeah, Gorilla, if you're from the UK, you're good. The Art Gecko sketchbooks are there for you. And Art Gecko as a business kind of do seem like on the ball, supportive, that kind of thing. So yeah, they're good to keep an eye on. Right, there we go. I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah, sign up if you're up for it. Sign up, even if it's just the essential plan. Get involved. I'm sure you'll have a great time in the Korp Academy. Drawing this kind of weird stuff. Got the Star Wars stuff there. some fruit, flowers. It's all character-based art. The creature from the Black Lagoon. All really easy stuff, step by step. I'll show you exactly how to draw it. Once you've got the idea, then you can go and do your own thing and have loads of fun with it. Right. We're done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Like, what was it? Almost 2 hours. Yeah, almost 2 hours of just drawing and nonsense. Just a reminder, go to korpacademy.com if you want to join the full Korp Academy. Go to look for the 8 o'clock club on Instagram if you just want to join the adult, more mature kind of drawing club that KDVM runs. So yeah, try out those 2 things. Anything you've missed out, just message me and I'll help out with you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed those sessions. Thanks for joining in. I'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.